It dates back 102 years, and you played in this matchup so many times. Could you ever imagine what it would be like as a product of this rivalry playing on this stage?
Never, Jim. Nothing like this rivalry in all of sports, in my opinion. The key, though, what team is going to be able to settle down and get lost in the game first? That's going to be the key to a good start for this game.
Ayers, Borowski, Padilla are the officials. And here we go with Williams and Bacot about to meet for the opening tap. And a little slice of history down here in the Superdome. Here we go. The historic first, and the tap goes back to Roach and Duke.
Chip Nance, Grant Hill right now. The Tar Heels go a little minute.
Right now, Manic on Banchero. Thought we might see Leaky Black to start the game early, their best defender on the Tar Heels.
They had switched that in both games this year. We'll probably see Leaky on occasion. Tough match here, I think, for Manic.
Banchero fade away, back to the rim, pulled down by Carolina.
First game they did the same thing, get it in low to the big fella.
And conversely, Banchero guarding Leaky Black on the defensive end for Duke. Wendell Moore on Manic.
Bacot with a nice move, but the shot influenced by Williams.
Big time preparation by the big fella. This is where it's a tough match, I think, for Manic. Loves to go right, good strength, power at the rim, just didn't finish.
It's a little too strong with the shot off the glass. And again, one shot and done. And down come the Tar Heels.
They got to relax a little on both ends of the floor. Banchero with pretty good opportunities. Freshman at this level, this late.
Love with the jumper. Tapped around, Manic has it, and there's a foul call.
I think on Wendell, yeah.
And both teams right now, as you said, a little tight, a little nervous, understandable. Manic on the glass right there. Wendell Moore got caught reaching in. Neither team really goes that deep into their bench, so keeping an eye on foul trouble is going to be key.
That big thing with Manic is his screen, pick and pop, pick and slip.
And Manic has hurt Duke. 11 three-pointers made in the first two matchups this season.
That is the key too. Excuse me, Jim, the guards. How do you contain Davis's ability to blow by?
Davis feeds the corner to Black, and the three is good.
How about Leaky? 16th three of the year. A great defender, not known especially for that deep press.
He hadn't made one from three since February 28th and missed his last 11.
He shot that
the game's first points.
He shot that one with confidence, Jim.
These two guys can blow by one another. Roach, great getting in and finding just like that. Ringing the bell, Williams. Side ball screen.
Manic. Boy, there's some contact. Griffin running into Manic.
It looked like Manic was trying to do a dribble handoff with Caleb Love. And on the other end, Roach with a beautiful pocket pass. His ability to probe and turn the corner and make decisions. We've seen Jeremy Roach grow up here during this postseason.
A ton of ball screens out, particularly middle with Bacot rolling.
Davis caught him on stepping back.
They're on the catch on Manic.
There he's going to take it this time.
Wow, tough shot.
Running the rim. That's last touch by North Carolina. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try it first.
Double drag up top, the old elevator play, didn't go to the middle of it.
Griffin clogged up outside, making life difficult early. Roach drives in, kick back out, that's a turnover.
Good job defensively by Davis. Got him to dribble a little quicker than he's comfortable, little kick. You've seen that look on the sideline, by the way. Mike?
Grant, you were at the game at Cameron, and when we saw you the next week, you said, what a tough atmosphere for a young team to play in on that night. How about as far as being tight or being loose? Who do you favor in this game now?
I think both teams are going to feel the pressure. Duke has played with that pressure ever since that game, and because of the stage, Carolina will feel it as well.
Got numbers, pass ahead.
Griffin taking on Manick, lays it up. No, but the follow-up by Williams.
That's what he does best. We talk about his D. He runs the floor. Big fella, get the puppies up and down.
Never better example than that, running the floor. Now, here's another three on the way, and that's off the mark, but Black takes it off the floor, off one bounce. Manick, that one rattles out.
Good looks right now for North Carolina, particularly Caleb Love, unable to convert.
Only 1 out of 7 for the Heels early. Roach with a three.
I like him when he puts it on the deck. Can always get that one.
Taken off to the paint and stuck.
Love is a key guy. Makes his threes, active offensively. Makes help.
That was Banchero, reached in and knocked it out. Black off the glass, follow-up.
Nice pass.
Yes, it was. And a whistle first.
They got a 2-shot foul. A little sleight of hand on that little behind the back.
A little surprising, but it worked. Foul on Williams of Duke. First break. The student section delivered by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of March Madness. Well, there you go back to 1920. Carolina won the first ever matchup. The only time they met in the postseason outside of conference postseason play was an NIT matchup at Madison Square Garden in '71. Carolina won that. Coach K got his 500 against the Tar Heels. And of course, the game that was the shocker on March the 5th, they went in and won at Cameron 84-71. Decisive victory in that game by North Carolina.
It was an incredible victory, incredible environment. I think that really helped them. They were playing great basketball, the Tar Heels, but a nice lift as they go into the postseason.
That 1920 game, Carolina played great offense.
You were there, right?
Absolutely.
Who are you working with?
It is a bystander.
Rebound comes out to Roach.
Big thing, I think I would go Ed Williams. If I were Carolina, that ball screen, let him roll. He's got that one foul, such a factor. Nice job, Manick in a low post. They're going the other way with Williams, number
That's
2.
2 on him.
Yeah, he just discarded, a little frustrated. Manick sold it a little bit too.
Manick doing a great job of doing his work, trying to front.
That's a foul.
Theo John's going to replace him. So just 4 minutes, 41 seconds into the game. 2 on Williams.
And right now, North Carolina with Williams on the bench, you think maybe go inside to Bacot, try to get him going against Theo John.
John is strong though, physically imposing, can be a factor. And look at the mismatch here. Manick wants it. He's a post-up guy as well as a three-point shooter.
Had the big size advantage over Roach and draws the foul.
Take your pick, Theo John or Roach.
It's going to be on John.
You're right, the mismatch inside. Manick against Roach. Caught the ball, just quickly went to his move, and John came over to help. And his hand caught his off arm there, and definitely a foul.
What a tournament Brady Manick's had. Graduate transfer from Oklahoma. Had a season high 28 against Marquette in that 8-9 matchup, round 1. Had another 26 in the game against Baylor. And Keels will come in for Duke, replacing Griffin.
And Jim, you talk about Brady Manick. He's made at least 3 3-pointers in 7 of his last games. So showing a little bit in the post, but so dangerous from downtown.
First 5 fouls of the game have been whistled on Duke.
Yeah, and they generally don't foul. Nice little foul line jumper off the ball screen. Duke's got to relax a little bit, I think. Nice job so far on Love.
Love.
Not what they
John
want.
coming out. 3 over him, no.
Pretty
But Black keeps it alive. Love to Davis. Pass underneath. Bacot.
What a read. No communication that time by Duke defensively. This is where I like Mancaro.
The big screen up top.
Heels.
Strong drive for that kid.
Got the soft touch, too.
He went at a pretty good defensive player there in Leaky Black.
Big time blow by with some strength.
Power move, but a lot of touch. Davis.
Tough shot.
Oh, that's a 2. Put on the line.
He makes and takes a lot of tough shots, Davis.
Roach losing it, going into the paint, coming back out looking for help. Yeah, jump stop.
Nice look.
Moore short with the shot.
I like Jeremy getting to the lane, though. Can find some people. This is where Davis is tough when he gets a piece of the lane.
Taking advantage of the mismatch here. Hubert Davis imploring to go ISO against Banchero.
You NBA guys stick together.
Here's Black with the 3.
And Duke will live with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He hit his first shot. He's missed his next 3. Has Black. Banchero trying to get into the action on this end of the floor. And a foul is going to be the first whistle on North Carolina.
Manic, I believe.
It is on Manic. Celebrate your favorite Final Four team with licensed fan gear from the official NCAA shop. For the best selection of team apparel, head to ncaa.com/shop.
Guys, North Carolina, their front line is very long, and they understand Duke. A lot of guys that like to dribble penetrate, so they're forming a wall, or at least attempting to defensively, but hard against Banchero one-on-one.
It should set up some jumpers, though, too, on the kickout.
I agree.
Griffin came back in for more.
Forcing him to put it on the deck. They know how good a shooter he is.
And 2 possessions, 2 drive opportunities for Duke, and 2 fouls called against North Carolina.
Foul on Black, his first. They say it was before the shot, inbound underneath. And there's Hubert Davis, who played in a Final Four back in 1991, scored 25 points for Carolina, lost to Kansas, and Kansas, of course, coached by Roy Williams, who would be an assistant to for a long time in Chapel Hill. Here's Roach.
I think Grant remembers that weekend pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice drive and dish.
Gives it up, and Theo John with the basket.
Forced that D to step up, slip the pass, big time bell ring.
Keels almost saw that one coming. Just a fraction late. Love trying to move around Keels. Tough shot.
Tough shot is right.
Rebound goes to Roach. Comes soaring in.
He gets about 3 a game, that kid.
Banchero, is he ready to go? Yes, he is.
And when he's knocking down 3-pointers, forget about it.
Yeah.
And look, since Mark Williams went to the bench, they have not gone inside the Baycott.
The guards have taken over, not looking in.
Baycott.
Nice help.
Nothing there. Goes back outside. Davis will fire it. Got it.
Boy, pretty good cover, too.
He is playing with incredible confidence. Had that 30-point game against Baylor. Made 5 threes that game.
65 threes for the year.
Banchero left alone.
How about that? Nice hustle here. Theo John
Gives it to Griffin. What a save by John.
How about that? Valuable minutes by the big fella.
A hustle play leads to the bucket.
A lot of winded guys right now on Carolina.
Carolina doesn't use their bench a whole lot. These guys will play the bulk of the minutes.
Gotta help on Roach.
Manic. Baycott has a rebound underneath. Slips out. And they're looking for the call. It's going to stay at this end.
Nice hands. The low post area too. But this, what a great adjustment in the air. Manic not willing to give up that foul. Hubert with a smile. And a really good one.
During the break, Tracy caught up with Coach K.
Coach, so much made about this one. You can feel the energy in this building. How do you like how your team has started this half?
Well, we gave up too many offensive rebounds. We're rebounding better now, and that's translating on the court. And we're getting a couple of good shots. We got to be stronger with our shots.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
And by the way, they just came over a moment ago, and they looked at one of the shots that have been ruled a 2. This is it right here, and in fact is a 3 by Davis. So add a point on the board, 14-13 Carolina. They wait until they get to one of the breaks. They go back and review it. Clearly a 3. Carolina basketball. Baycott.
Trying to take John offensive foul. Baycott, he does have a tendency to keep moving on those screens, whether it's a ball screen or just a blind screen as well. Yeah, he just jumped into his path. Good call.
You said it best. Trying to screen Keels there, and a little too much action right there. He is too important as Baycott goes to the bench. Got in foul trouble a little bit in that game in Cameron in the first half.
Early.
That was just his first.
Davis went a little too early on him, too.
That's true.
Didn't give him a chance to get set up.
And Carroll to Griffin. That's wide of the mark.
Well, yeah, they don't get back.
They missed Styles.
Yeah, they forgot him.
Styles blocked from behind.
Well, the pass was a little late. He was open early.
Yeah, absolutely.
More survey. Scoop pass, Griffin. Inside, left hand. Oh, it spun out.
They're doing a good job forcing him to drive. He's such an excellent deep shooter. They got a Manic on the catch. He was out of bounds. The beer blinded him, maybe. Carolina in the open floor, they can be devastating. Got to have great balance, cover.
2 turnovers apiece.
Carolina's moved back to having Leaky Black on Banchero.
They did that in both games, too. Switch.
John
spin out.
Oh, he's going to be a key factor here tonight with the early foul trouble for Mark Williams.
You are absolutely right. He's got a little game around the rim.
Yeah, a little different offensive player down there than Mark Williams.
And the graduate transfer from Marquette.
Nice hand.
Responding. Here's Davis. Floater, yes.
That kid is tough. Give him a little space. Look at this stretch.
Oh, wow. Banchero.
And I'll tell you, I mean, we know he's versatile. We know he can shoot from the perimeter. But nobody can stop him when he does that. 6'10", 250.
He just Banchero'd the inside.
That's the guy that's got to get going for Carolina, Caleb Love.
Styles off.
Dio John has just been terrific early here. Little stack set here.
The curl.
Keels. Yeah, flips it right to the rim and in.
And great awareness, knowing that Keels had the smaller Davis. You curl that, get into the paint, take advantage of your length and strength.
Black driving on John, giving it up. Now Davis takes it inside. Oh, he's got a hot hand.
He's got that pull-up ability. Stop, go full tilt, stop and drill.
Davis with 10 points.
Carroll wants to take his guy. Left that spin.
Goes to Keels instead. Jump stop, and yes.
Almost the exact move at the finish there. Keels not settling, attacking off the bounce.
Duke now 10 points off the bench between John and Keels, and 5 for 5 field goals from those 2 bench players. Of course, Keels the starter much of the year. Davis.
He's riding that ball screen to that soft spot on the line.
Black. Back of the rim.
And right now, Duke is not really guarding Black and Styles.
But they don't stop more. Look at this.
Got stuck in an awkward position. Keels gets a chance. And that's going to be a foul call.
No, they just said out of bounds.
Out of bounds, okay. Well, that might have been over the back. It'll be Carolina basketball. Out of the break, Duke takes the 3-point lead.
Coach, 18-2 in terms of points in the paint, and even with Williams.
They had 52 points in the paint in the second game, and even though we had success, that's not sustainable. We've got to do a great job of taking care of the points in the paint. We've got to do a better job of that.
How do you do that?
Get more guys in there, better on individual defense, have some pride and toughness to keep them away from the basket.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You saw the graphic, the 10th to ever lead the team to the Final Four in his first year as coach. Only Steve Fisher won in his first time. First year taking a team to the Final Four. He won the championship.
My old pal Bill Guthridge, in his first year, right, took him to the Final Four.
Also a Carolina guy, Larry Brown did it, UCLA.
Yep.
Jenny Crum, Louisville.
Roach back on the floor and a whistle.
Bump.
Hubert Davis not happy right there at all, but Duke, 52% of the team's points have come in the paint here in the NCAA tournament. They have dominated there, but it's not from posting. It's from driving, attacking, slashing, and of course, living at the free throw line as a result.
Now, this year turned around with the play of Roche, by the way, I think.
Oh, no question.
Put him
Shot
back
a lot
in
of
the
threes early. Now he's been driving and attacking.
For the first time ever, the Stanley Cup playoffs are on TNT and TBS, and you won't want to miss a minute. Just watch starting May 5th to see who will raise the cup.
It's a good city to raise a cup, by the way, New Orleans.
Oh, my goodness. You can always find a way. I love it. There's John, almost tapped it in.
Oh, what a solid performance he's put on early. Baycott in the game. I would take advantage, go inside.
I think some high screen and roll action with Caleb Love. He's got to get going.
Here he goes. His pass intercepted.
Well, that's good coaching right there. Great read, cover that long corner.
Roach is able to take the lane and get the steal that sets up the basket for more at the other end.
Once again, not settling for threes, attacking, getting those paint touches for the Blue Devils.
Johnson on the floor. His brother's having a great career.
Yeah, Cameron. There's Baycott.
Nice follow.
Nice
That's what he
tap.
does.
That's Black.
Just finds a way to contribute.
He's got Bancaro now.
Looks around, goes back outside.
I like to see Bancaro on the box against Leakey.
Heels. Now Baycott with his 5th rebound.
That's that early drag screen.
Love.
Trying to get going a little bit. A little bit of a settle.
Carolina 3 out of 12 from 3.
Look at this kid go. Nice play.
Baycott blocks it out of bounds. And now AT&T 5G takes us above the rim for one of the best plays so far.
Right here, just patient attack. Beautiful reverse layup right there. Nobody helping on for North Carolina. And obviously when Baycott has that one foul, doesn't want to get a second here in this first half.
Bancaro went to the bench. Meanwhile, Moore misses from the corner.
This kid gets to the rim. Look at John again, a factor. Maybe underneath. I don't think they get him for it.
And if they do, that will be for John, his second. It is. So you got the 2 big guys for Duke with 2 apiece, John and Williams.
I would think John will stay in the game, but Davis, you know, we've seen him pull up mid-range, three-pointer, also can get to the rim right there. Put on 15 pounds of muscle this past offseason and needed it there with that collision with Theo John.
I would think when Love comes back in, he's going to drive a little bit. Don't settle outside. Gets that going. Sees it go through.
Davis, who's already had one monster scoring game in this tournament, and that was a career-high 30, knocking out defending champion Baylor in the second round. He's got 12 tonight.
You see the bigs in problem.
We got a foul call here.
Fighting over the top, Davis.
But Davis actually did a pretty good job. Anticipated, tried to beat him to the spot. Call for a foul.
That's his second.
It is interesting that far out. Sometimes you can go under and capture the guy. He's not going to settle and knock that deep one down.
So Davis comes out. Caleb Love in.
Let's see if Love drives at the other end.
Baycott way outside, away from the basket. Griffin.
Tough shot.
Really tough shot.
Johnson right on him.
Baycott wanted it, got it. Lost it on the way in. But his last touch by Duke.
And once again, Theo John just magnificent on that defensive end.
And Caro back in after a brief rest.
You talked about Theo John, his experience, but also his strength and his ability to battle with Baycott. In some ways, might be a good matchup for Duke against him.
I would think if the foul problem persists, you might see Caro playing a nice drop step.
John has to be careful. Tapped up, no. Baycott again keeps it alive for the Heels. Black driving in. John defends the rim. Baycott up, and John's got his third.
A lot of activity, a lot of contact on that possession.
It's a big man's world down underneath. A nice little play, as you mentioned, Jim. Changing that shot by John.
Now what does Duke do, Grant, with John with 3, Williams on the bench with 2?
I would take him out, and I would let Caro play a little bit inside. I know you don't want to have him. You've got him on Black for a reason.
I think they're trying to buy time till the second half with Mark Williams. I think John stays in the game.
The other end of it, he's a little bit tired. He hasn't played these extended minutes either. Look how slow he's walking after the ball. Looks like me after the morning newspaper.
It's a vet move right there.
Yeah, look, he's got this breath.
Baycott, who's been a rebounding machine in this tournament. Boy, that one had some hang time. He had, through the first 4 tournament games, the most rebounds by a player through 4 tournament games since Bill Walton 50 years ago, the 72 tournament. Duke's missed his last 5 shots.
Nice little double screen, good counter defensively. Nice pass.
Inside. He's got 6 off the bench.
Roach, so good.
It's just great patience right there.
You get that guy in your hip, pry a little bit, draw that D, slip the pass.
Go right back. See if they help get John.
And Caro helping off Black.
Love with the floater, yes.
He's so much better when he does that. It doesn't settle deep. Nice little piece of the lane.
For him to see the ball go through the basket, we know he is streaky, dangerous.
Now Caro leans in, and he answers back with a bucket.
On the bounce on Manic, he can be extraordinary. Yeah, nice little play. Screen across. They got the offense or no? They got it here.
It's going to be on John. His 4th foul. Wow.
Thought he got curled.
That's big.
Game summary here. Points in the paint belong to Duke. Bench points as well, but it's a 2-point game. We've just had a critical moment here in the first half with Theo John picking up his 4th. Gene Steratore, was this the right call?
I think it is, Jim, and it's because of Theo John's left leg. It's up underneath of Baycott. Now, Theo John's more vertical there. When Baycott turns, I think you take an offensive foul, but if you look at the left leg, it's planted between Baycott's legs, and he's impeding him there prior to that spin, and I think that's where they got the initial foul on the defense.
Okay, now Mike Krzyzewski saying that was offensive, but it's ruled a foul on John. The officials now, I saw.
Look.
Yep, I saw the alternate official try to get the attention because they did not go to the monitor during the break.
In deference to you, Gene, I've never seen a leg foul called.
I thought John's left arm was wrapped on Baycott and may have been called for that.
You've got two. Listen, guys, you know, when you have a player backed up, as we see here, John's left arm is around, so you've got a little restriction there. But when you have a left leg between an offensive player at that point, you are now into his vertical space. Now, the good part about them looking now, they're looking for the fact that there is a potential flagrant one. That allows them to re-referee this entire play. They can look at this and decide whether they'll stay with a defensive common foul. They could change this to an offensive player control foul. I don't believe we have a flagrant foul here. I think when Baycott makes the turn, the elbow is snug enough to John's body that it's not a delivered shot to him. So,
unlike Raph, I don't doubt you, Gene.
I'm used to Raph disagreeing with me every once in a while too, Grant. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in the right place.
I'm glad you didn't invade my cylinder, that's all.
Okay, they're going to play on, I guess, as stands. And it's going to be Baycott at the line for a 1-and-1.
No flagrant foul on that play. 1-and-1.
Borowski comes over and says no flagrant foul. 1-and-1.
Look at this. Goodness.
Saw Theo John over there with the raised elbow. He was trying to make an appeal for a flagrant foul on Baycott, but the fourth holds up and Duke goes with the small lineup. Final 3:40 in the first half.
That's where you're going to see a lot of dribble drives, get a piece of the lane. You're able to get an open three because of this.
You got to let Banchero go against Baycott.
There's the open three.
Roach. And Duke is only 1 out of 10 from 3 for the game.
And conversely, now North Carolina go at Banchero in the post.
Manic. 2 on him and stolen. Again, Moore is the one this time who jumps in the passing lane and Keels. Oh, somehow that goes.
And he is such a great finisher. So strong, loves to get to the get contact and get to the rim.
Now Banchero is ready for the NBA. He switched right away on any movement over here. He didn't want any part. There he goes again. Now he gets back.
Look at Keels.
Nice help.
Manic.
Good check out.
Roach.
Banchero
Up ahead to Moore. He's going to take him on. Got blocked. And a foul on Carolina.
Baycott, I think.
It is.
2 on Baycott. In transition right here, Keels, a little Euro step. I'm not sure how he made that in transition. The ball got swiped by Johnson. Great concentration and finish.
So Wendell Moore envisioning the shot. He's made 30 of his last 31 free throw attempts. I'm not you, Grant.
You're Jim Nance. You're not me. You're Jim Nance.
I wasn't going to hand you the card this time, like last week.
Kid's had a great year, Grant.
Oh, hey, only 1 out of 2.
There's so many areas of the stat sheet he fills up. Look at the mismatch with Manic and Moore. I would post up Manic.
I agree. He's comfortable down there. Get the size advantage on Moore.
Go inside, big guy. There's the slip. He should be able to offensive rebound if there's anything here.
Nice move by Love.
That was good defense. Just better offense there by Caleb Love.
Davis back on the floor. They challenge him, and he comes away with the rebound. And he's taken up to the basket. Pull-up jumper.
Nice play. Saying he was out of bounds.
Yeah, Keels on the line.
But Roach is a little out of balance when he gets in that lane. He's turning that corner.
This right here, I mean, this is fantastic. Finishing over length, great touch. 2 shots now, field goals made by Love, getting into the paint and attacking.
There's that size advantage you wanted. Man, puts it up.
Carroll, feisty under there.
Manic 0 for 4, so a struggle in this first half.
Doesn't
for him. Banchero! That's the first make for Duke from the outside after 7 consecutive misses. So 2 for 11, both of them from outside by Banchero.
And Manic really and not in position. I think frustrated by the miss. Gave him 5-6 feet for the knockdown. Roach is on Manic now.
Here's Davis. Got the separation.
That was ugly right there.
Wow. Stolen away. That was forced by Johnson.
Number
2. That's Love. Beautiful move.
What's Love got to do with it?
Yeah. Woo. A whole lot.
Goodness.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, EJ and the guys with the first half analysis and a look back at Kansas's win over Villanova to advance to the national championship game Monday. That's all coming up AT&T at the half. Hey, congratulations to Dan Gavitt on Friday, the NCAA Senior VP of Basketball, honored with the NABC Guardians of the Game Pillar Award. It's meant so much to the game. What he did last year, helped spearheading that makeshift way of having the tournament in Indianapolis all in one site. Just one of the many things.
Incredible last year. All that went on, putting on the NCAA tournament, giving these young men their one shining moment. And rumor had it that his dad got you in the TV, right?
Well, he said, he saw me coach, and he said, you know what? I think you want to try another career. But a great person, great family, obviously. Basketball through and through, from Dave to Dan.
So Davis is going to come back in and play a little offense defense with his 2 fouls, and got 39 seconds to go in the half.
And even though John had those 4 fouls, you stole the half with Williams being fresh for the second half with only the 2. And you're right there if you do. And Love starting to attack a little bit.
Manic looking for his first field goal, and he's got it.
Smart. He knows there isn't a deterrent at that rim. Carroll backed off, doesn't have any fouls, didn't really challenge at the rim, but Manic out of Oklahoma, beard and all. Woo! Give that man a shave.
Let's see what Duke can do here with 26 seconds to go in what's been a great first half of basketball. And the game tied.
I think Banchero's got to get a touch somehow. Got McCoy on him. Not used to playing a guy that powerful, particularly down on the block.
Now with 12. Banchero comes back out high. Set a screen. A little switch. Roach puts it up. And yes! What a shot!
About the hang time. Everybody paying attention to the big fella at the rim. Jeremy Roach playing with so much confidence. Draws a couple, finishes the deal big time.
We talked about his play early in the year, shooting a lot of three-pointers, Jeremy Roach, but lately attacking, getting into the paint where he has been so dangerous. And you said it best, a fantastic finish.
The foul was on McCoy, who had just come in. 3-point play, and 3 seconds to go. Love pushing it ahead. Took it early, and it's wide of the mark. So the Blue Devils will go to the locker room with the lead off that basket and free throw by Roach.
And guys, we have a game deserving of this rivalry. Yeah. Both teams back and forth. So much fun to watch.
What do you know about this rivalry?
A little bit.
All right, Tracy, over to you.
Coach, no surprise, 2 teams fighting hard out here. What does this come down to in the end?
Well, I'm pleased with my team because Mark got those 2 early fouls. Theo filled in for him, and then we were able to get a little lead with Mark being on the bench for 15 minutes. So hopefully we can keep him in the ball game and start out the second half strong. But look, it's a hell of a game. You know, both teams are really playing hard.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
Well, with Williams out, they actually plus 3 points.
So you suggesting he not play the second half?
They survived it, that's for sure.
Yeah,
they did.
Absolutely.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Duke 37, North Carolina 34. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Nighttime in New Orleans. The first half stats presented by Buick. And you see the shooting from outside was off for both sides. Big bench points for the Blue Devils. Take a look at the shot chart here. What do you see? Look at all the baskets in the paint for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Duke getting into the paint, not really shooting the ball well from the three-point line, but having success inside. See if they can start making some three-pointers here in the second half.
You think the coach will recognize that they're not making them outside? I think he might.
He will.
Start going inside. And Chris Williams only playing less than 5 minutes.
Let's go over to Tracy.
I spoke with Hubert Davis, and yes, points in the paint, again, a sticking point for him. But he also knows that Manick and Baycott need to be more involved. He said they have to want to get involved. We also need to set some screens for them. But he also said, you know what, we're only down 3. We were down 2 at their place last month. We feel very confident where we are.
Okay. Well, so Williams is on the floor after playing only 4 minutes and 41 seconds before picking up his second foul. And there's Baycott and Manick, who were so hot in that game, March the 5th, 43 points. 9 points total. Again, 1 out of 5 from the floor each.
You would think they go right inside the Baycott.
Oh, no question.
Challenge Williams.
Somebody for Carolina's got to step up. It's been all R.J. Davis, 14 points.
Manick, nice rebound. As Williams had it knocked out of his hands. It should go to Duke here. It is.
But he is so long, Williams. He covers so much area, the extension on rebounds, the denial, obviously the changes, hurries, blocks.
They're a different team with him on the floor.
Moore, stutter step and drive in and dish off the floor and a dunk. Williams comes right in. First possession dunk.
And he fumbled the catch right there, but able to gather it and finish, and showing his value right away on that first possession.
Williams has now hit his last 10 shots from the field in the tournament, going back to the Sweet 16 game against Texas Tech.
Duke has done a great job on any pin downs and pops. Oh, offense, Baycott. How about Williams selling it?
How about that?
Woo! Taking it right in the gut.
And Baycott now has 3. So who was going to get their third first? Well, it's Armando Baycott.
And the guys do such a good job teaching that, using the chest, and referees are so good at analyzing that as well.
And he sold that.
A little bit.
Moore.
Empty side, too, gives an open look. Nice ball fake.
Driving pass.
Manick! Leave the chandeliers, big fella.
Wow. Davis. Not this time. Tapped around, out to Love. Gonna take it over Griffin. That's a shot. That's a 3.
And that's big right there. He is too important. Struggled from the three-point line. Missed 5 jump shots. Attacked there late in the first half, but he can get going, and when he does, watch out.
He's got his first 3 of the night. He's got 9 for the game. Moore. Now Roach. Baycott with his 11th rebound.
Duke 2 for 13 from the three-point line.
Nice. Oh, big
deflected.
hands. The length, it was wide open for Baycott.
Roach defending, and it ended up in the hands of Williams.
Duke loves this horn set, keeping the bigs up high.
Empty side there, too.
Wildly put up, and Baycott is able to get anything in his area. There's a tough shot. Oh, my goodness!
And, you know, he got going with drives, as we noted, and now he's feeling comfortable. A little stagger, stick, big time. Freeze 3.
Comfortable and confident. And Carroll blew past Manick the last time. Going to take it to him again. This time it's taken out of his hands. Block shot. Put back, no. And Baycott has it for the Heels, who can take the lead on this possession. Manick Is he ready? Yes, at last.
He ran the floor, made himself available, and got him organized and drilled it.
His first 3 of the night, and Carolina's on a 9-0 run.
Where are you going?
Roach lost it. Davis was there, up ahead. Love. He goes past Williams and lays it up and in. 11 points unanswered. Timeout, Duke.
And it's been all North Carolina. Brady Manick, Caleb Love, the entire team stepping up. The battle for 15-501. Right now, it's all Carolina.
Kansas already in the championship game Monday night. It could be an all Roy Williams former team matchup, couldn't it?
Amazing. Just incredible when you think of it. He's always got blue on. I wonder why. That shade of blue. Guard's got to get going here, run the offense. Nice little double out of the timeout.
Heels, who played well in that first half. They give it down to Williams. And he flips it, no go. Baycott controls the boards as he often does. Love. 2 more for Carolina.
You called it, Raph. Struggled early, started to see the ball go through the hoop by attacking in that first half, and now he's going. It's a long night here for these Blue Devils.
Largest lead for North Carolina, and the ball tapped somehow out to Keels. That could have very easily been going the other way, but alertly in the hands of Keels. He hits the 3.
Roach with a nice job recovering. They caught amazing on the glass, too. He's got 14 rebounds and 5 on the offensive end.
Now Manick has Roach on him.
Davis. Wide of the mark with that. The basket by Keels into the 13-0 run.
After the timeout, Duke will be a little better organized than we saw the last trip.
Keels, who has 11 off the bench. Comes out to Roach, who has struggled from the field.
Carroll playing it for the 3, backing off.
Now again, spinning.
They got Love, maybe.
We got a break in the action, and a great one in New Orleans. Back here in New Orleans with the Geico game break. And this was game 1. Abaji and McCormick. What a duo tonight, fellas.
Jim, inside, outside, Bill. Fantastic execution by Kansas.
Absolutely. Abaji got him out of the gate with those 3s, and of course the power game inside by the big fella, McCormick.
Well, there you see the tournament summary. 7th time the 2 ACC schools have played in the same Final Four. These 2 programs were both in the '91 Final Four, along with Kansas and UNLV, but the matchup never materialized as Kansas beat Carolina in the first game up on that 1991 semifinal, and then Duke took out UNLV, the defending champions, in the nightcap.
It was incredible. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And
why did you look at me when you said nightcap?
Because I know you're ready.
That was famous for Dean Smith, obviously, being out of the game. Again, Love to settle. That helps Duke. He's doing such a nice job. But he and Davis have been sensational, being creative.
Well, I love how Hubert Davis has changed the style of play for North Carolina and really allowing Davis and Love the freedom to play the way they play, really empowered them. It's fun to watch.
Roach kicks it back out and got a foul inside.
It was in the restraining area. A pretty easy call for the refs. If it was out, it would have been a bang-banger.
Second foul on Love. Team foul number 3.
Roach not as decisive tonight. Getting a little too deep on occasion. Losing his balance once in a while on that speed dribble.
Duke's not hitting any 3s, so Carolina's packing it in there, making it difficult.
There's Moore, short with the shot. Baycott got hammered, and Williams has his 3rd.
Cheapy, too. All he has to do is turn around and go down the other end. Baycott may have gotten hit across the eyes there. a little shot. It's not even the Oscars.
Let's see what Carolina can do with that 2-point lead.
Manek wants the three. He'd be better off inside with Moore.
Stolen. Wasn't there. Moore. Driving in. Contact outside on Manek.
And that was a smart play by Wendell Moore Jr. Attacked the body of Brady Manek. But on that other end, I think Williams, as Love came off, he's so wide and long. Caused that turnover there for the Tar Heels.
Second on Manek. And Carroll.
Give it back.
He wants it back.
Just turn and go.
And here's why. Ties it at 47.
Stay on that block. So productive down there on that mismatch.
After 13 unanswered by Carolina, 6 right back by Duke.
Mercy, Baycott's got to get inside too with Williams and foul. Probably some jeopardy.
He's not even looking to post up right now.
Automatic switch here. He's going to go on him.
Driving in, high off the glass, followed up by Baycott.
And that's what happens when you go challenge, as Williams did. Bears the weak side. Big time finish.
By the way, Baycott with 7 points, but 16 rebounds, including 6 at the offensive end.
On his way to another 20 rebound night.
Exactly. 22 in the regional final. Ball deflected off the hands of Carolina.
Dave's done a nice job containing Roche at times.
You said it best. Williams comes over, a shot blocker. You have to help the helper. Baycott has a nose for the ball, understands that, and right place at the right time.
Just clear around, let him go. Good recovery
to Moore.
Oh my goodness! Rearrangement.
It looked like an alley-oop, like he intended to throw it off the glass.
Ball bounded after it went down with such velocity all the way out to midcourt.
Nice help by Williams. Nice
Stolen.
hands.
Boy, he's having some game with steals. Moore looks up, got it to go for the lead by 2.
That might get him going with the deep shot as well, but jumping that passing lane, big time read.
Coach K looking animated right there, looking young like you, Raph.
He's sprier than me.
10-2 run. Davis.
Nice
to Black.
Nice.
They left him wide open, and he hits it. Wow.
Laid off pretty good. It was a big shot for him.
And not hit a 3 again since February 28th. Coming in, had been 0 for 11 in this stretch since. Moore. He's starting to really get going.
Duke does a great job there on pin downs, curling, getting into the gaps there for that easy jump shot.
He should go now. Everybody's got to stay at home. Davis very good at getting a piece of that lane. Finish or fine.
Davis. To Black. He's hit 2 from out there tonight. Manek.
Again.
Oh, what a shot.
Running the baseline. Presenting himself. Making himself available.
He's made 1 from each corner in this half after failing to hit in the first half from the perimeter.
And both these teams going back and forth with incredible play.
There's that little curl you just spoke about, Grant.
And Carroll using his strength and hitting the shot.
Got to go to the power until they beat you or double. Keep riding it. How about me questioning a guy with 1,200 wins, huh?
How about 55-55? Midway through the second half. It's amazing watching these teams competing at this level with this much at stake. Jim Nance, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson, and Gene Steratore. And boy, you talk about fractions. And hey, that the heel never came down for the Tar Heel.
Yeah, Jim, the Duke bench complained. They thought that maybe Manek was out of bounds on that play, but he was not. And what was impressive is he a full sprint to the corner, gathered, and did not go down on that heel. And even as he's shooting, you see Wendell Moore pointing to his heels. That was a big-time shot. Great balance by Manek.
Jeremy getting a little bit of a blow now. Heels will probably run the point and or more. And Griffin on the floor again.
Davis had the hot hand in the first half. Drives past, Banchero blocked it, tried to save it, gave it though to Bacot, and the basket counts.
Well, as good as you are, you never throw the ball inbounds on a save directly at your basket. That's one of those flip it up in the air. And pay big time three-point play. Pretty good defensive play here, but right here, boy, carte blanche.
Now you're right. In that situation, first of all, Banchero played good defense, but you throw it down to the other end.
And in the process, you see your big man pick up his third foul. So John comes in, actually fourth foul, I should say. Fourth foul on Williams, so Theo John comes in also with 4. Just look at that dilemma right now for the Blue Devils with still over 10 minutes to go. Oh, Griffin, who struggled tonight.
Forcing him to drive, not getting those open looks.
And Carroll.
Pretty play defensively by Manek.
Manek got a hand on it. Davis found the seam, takes it, fails to hit it. Bacot with the save.
Bacot inside with the roll.
Love, pretty shot.
And that's a tough shot right there. A floater from 15 feet. And Caleb Love got it going.
And the lead is 5 for North Carolina. Banchero. And it's Love with the rebound.
Watch their delay.
Love again. Moore. To Keels.
Pretty.
Right to the basket.
How about the way he avoided the charge, too? This kid presents himself with those strong shoulders big time.
Caleb Love, 18 points, 12 coming in the second half. Black. And it's Griffin, the only one underneath. Moore changes speeds. Carolina comes away with it.
And Moore tried to get the contact there instead of going up strong.
Davis a little out of control, but will set and shoot.
Unbelievable. Trying to keep up with him. That push dribble.
16 for Davis. His first points of the half right there. Keels.
Nice defense, Bacot.
Great block out by Manek.
Carolina on a little roll right now. Love. That could have been huge.
Nice little screen to get him that look.
Shot that could have put him up 8.
And I think we talked about it earlier. Get the ball to Banchero, let him isolate, take his time down there on that low block.
Got one on Manek. His third. Carolina has come from behind. Had a couple of runs in this half. We've got the under 8, and the Tar Heels have the lead by 5. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. How about the play in the second half? Caleb Love of Carolina.
Guys, there's been a lot of love here in New Orleans here, particularly in the second half. From downtown, getting to the rim, and of course, dominating in the mid-range. Multi-level score and putting his team on his back here in the second half.
And Carroll turn around, and they set up that play in the break to perfection.
And that ISO, so effective, creates a low post situation.
Carolina put Baycott on Banchero, and still Banchero able to get to the rim.
Nice slip here.
Baycott missed it on the way. Banchero was there to make it a little more difficult. Racing in, and that's a foul. Going to be on Leaky Black.
It's defense extraordinary at this end of the floor. What timing, grace, and igniting a fast break opportunity, gets to the free throw line.
I don't think Banchero blocked that. I just think Baycott missed it.
It's actually a foul on Davis, and that's his third. So Roach to the line. During that timeout, the margin was 5. And Grant, you said that rang familiar.
When we were in Greenville, second round, Duke was down 5 late. And the young players were able to figure it out here, but this Carolina team is dangerous.
I love the way these guards are playing. Oh, Corey Baycott with his rebounding. Extraordinary, 18 rebounds thus far. These guys have been on the floor a long time in blue.
Yeah, they haven't subbed this half, North Carolina, and I don't think they will. Hubert Davis will ride his starters for the rest of the way.
Nice cushion. Look at the speed here.
Roach.
Oh, what are you
Missed
doing?
the lay-in, but Keels, his old high school teammate, follows up.
Did you get an assist? You just lost control of that, but great hustle. You never know if your teammate's going to make the shot.
It was a lazy pass there by Caleb Love. Great anticipation, and right here, I'm not sure what happened.
It slipped out of his hand.
Slipped out of his hand.
One hand, a little showtime, a little egg on the brow, but a big-time follow.
And to make matters worse for Carolina, Davis picked up his 4th. Picks up 2 fouls in the last minute. Free throw no go.
And Hubert Davis will leave R.J. Davis in the game with those 4 fouls.
Here's Davis on the shot.
A little bit of a settle. Good hustle. Black.
Love. Scoop. Yes.
Way to avoid that charge there.
Roach. Finds the trailer. Griffin.
They're really pushing the ball now. Roach's speed is such a factor. Collapses the defense. And right here, a little dribble drive and terrific slide-by finish.
And that one on Black, his second. Griffin, who we saw shoot the eyes out of it last week in San Francisco. He's 1 out of 6 from the field, including 0 for 3 from 3. Just 2 points. Now shooting 2 free throws.
The first game he had 27 against Carolina. So is Dad Adrian in the stands, assistant with the Raptors now. Overcame PJ Color's coaching at Seton Hall.
Yes, I was going to say. Had some moments in the NCAA tournament and 10 years in the NBA as a player. And AJ able to hit both. Put Duke back up by 1. Game back and forth. Runs by each side.
Got to hug Manic. Very good on these dribble drives if you overhelp.
We've had 15 lead changes tonight.
And Baycott.
As Love lost it on the way.
On the hand.
Say it's off his hand.
Wow, with Love, first of all, avoiding the ball screen, caught Keels looking for the screen. A great read, drove baseline, but wonderful recovery there. And yes, the ball off the leg of Caleb Love. These guys are just going back and forth. It's incredible.
Banchero's really playing pretty good defense of late, too. That's being asked of him, particularly Graham Baycott.
Roach. Look at Manic. Whew.
Wow.
Now I got a perfect little trap.
Love. Shoves it into the blocks for Baycott.
They got the body bump. And Kara. You were trying to get it inside, but how about this play? Manic, goodness. I've never seen him this year. He's such a different player from what I've experienced before. He used to settle for that jumper. Now he's totally immersed in the game, both ends.
Baycott takes it to the paint, drive it in, and a foul call. That's 2 on Banchero in a matter of seconds.
Well, you were talking about Huber with the NBA philosophy, right? Riding somebody when they get it going, ISOs.
Well, milk an advantage you have right there. And Banchero obviously out here trying to guard Bacot, giving up some size there. And smart move, 2 possessions in a row, attacking Banchero. Now Bacot at the free throw line.
And the 2 fouls he's just picked up, the only 2 of the game. There you see another double-double for Bacot, as he's done in every game, all 5 games in the tournament. Let's go over to Tracy.
Jim, Hubert Davis just working the refs, so frustrated with the foul differential early on here. He went over to one ref. He finally said, the ref said to him, don't say another word. So he continued to work the other refs just to make sure he got in their ear, guys.
Well, you got 3 to work with, Trace. Give them all an earful.
Here's Banchero. Last moment decides to go to Keels.
Big rebound here.
Banchero. Nice dish. Griffin. Oh, no. And another foul. As Griffin can't buy one from the floor. And Bacot is hurt.
He fell off the...
I didn't see what happened. He's
must have went down.
Boy.
Landed on somebody's foot, maybe an ankle. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, he stepped on Leaky Black's foot there with his, looks like his right ankle. Is
right away, the grimace.
Moving his feet, sliding with Banchero, and
oh yeah, it rolled. He's on his feet now. Barely able to put any weight on that injured foot. Now, if he can't go,
got to play small.
What are you going to do?
Got to play smaller, no question about it. Corey will probably get some minutes. Johnson will get some minutes. Don't forget, Dawson Garcia went home because of the family situation. Would be another big supporting cast. Maybe he can shake this off once he gets to the bench.
And his presence inside so big for this team. Even when he's not scoring defensively, takes up so much size. So this could be huge. Hopefully he's okay. He'll be able to get back, but not looking good right now.
Walking a little bit on his own.
He's walking on his own, which is a good sign.
Well, you're an expert on ankles. Sometimes it's the sting and the concern, and sometimes you can shake it off if it's not debilitating.
Unfortunately, I'm an expert.
Yeah, you're right. You could have played another 10 years. You would have been like Brady.
He's walking better now. He probably will look at it, retape it.
19 rebounds, by the way. And Carolina is forced to make its first substitution of the entire second half.
And Johnson's the guy. Not a bad looking stroke from watching the workouts the last couple of days. Southpaw.
Brother, not a bad shooter himself.
Hopefully Carolina's got a good corner man, and he is healthy. That is Bacot.
And they better work on him quickly.
Yeah. It's that time of game where Duke seems to step up too, as you noted, Grant.
I'm surprised he's not walking around a little bit. I think he goes out, such a huge presence for the Tar Heels, such a big part of this incredible journey and run to the Final Four. And the game was tied when he got injured.
I'd like to see Manek inside though. He's got what he wants. Good hands again.
Manek got it back, and he's fouled. So he went up with the left hand.
And he's coming up gimpy too. He's hurting.
There you go.
Bacot moving much better now. So they'll go back and review it, but that's a good sign for Tar Heel Nation there.
The only bad thing is the locker room is about 4 miles away. Well,
missed them both.
Wow. I think right now with Bacot out of the game, you have to give it to Banchero.
Boy, it didn't take long, did it? He's jogging back toward the bench.
That's what they're doing, Grant. Using that strength. Pretty good job by Manick.
No foul calls. Banchero denied on the inside. Slicing through, and Johnson draws the foul on Duke.
A nice fill in the lane by Johnson, though.
Bacot is going to check in.
He's a warrior.
Wow, quick recovery.
Second foul on Moore.
And that was a pretty nasty roll, but he's going to gut it out here, understanding what's at stake.
I wonder if they take Manick out for a blow. He's breathing hard in there.
So the battle down there with Banchero, I don't think they will.
Now they're going to take Johnson out. That's why he's still on the sideline.
Yep, we'll get back to the five that played first 15 minutes of this half. That was the first bench point of the night for Tar Heels. Puff Johnson with one more. And the game now knotted at 67.
Big response from the Carolina contingent.
Great job by North Carolina as a team holding it down for those few minutes while Bacot was out.
That was a quick recovery, and it had to be.
And this is cruel to say, but Banchero's got to go at him when he gets the ball. Make him work.
Griffin unable to hit tonight from the outside.
20 rebounds, I believe, for Bacot.
Yes, it is, and 7 at this end of the floor. Amazing.
Got the switch they want.
Love inside.
There he is.
Blocked by Griffin from behind. Tap. Manick can't get it to go either. And look at the scrappy play.
Look.
Manick. And nothing coming out of that trip for the Tar Heels.
And probably the most open Manick has been all tournament.
Absolutely. What a clean opportunity. Again, not using Banchero.
Right now, 4 fouls Davis. Let's see if Roach tries to take Davis.
There you go. Loves that drop spin.
And Caro.
A foul.
Looks like Bacot got him low.
All these championships, 11 combined. All these legendary figures. And look at this game tied with 3.5 to go. Coming up after the game, Ernie and the guys have all the tournament highlights and analysis on Inside March Madness. Presented by Buick, only on TBS. That, by the way, going to break, was on Bacot, his 4th. And look at the rebound total, the most in the Final Four since Nick Collison of Kansas in 2003 in this building in the championship game against Syracuse.
This kid proving his toughness. He was working that foot all during the timeout. You can see laboring just a little bit. Conversely, I think you got to make him pay. Make him move him around a little bit, drive on him.
Interesting now, Mark Williams for Duke checking back into the game. So a different matchup for Bacot. Might work to his advantage not having to guard Banchero.
2 shots for Banchero. Who would have believed it a month ago if you said, you know what? Duke and Carolina will both be in New Orleans. They'll be matched up, and they'll get down to 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Is back and forth. It's tied going to that break. Now it's a 1-point Duke lead. 1 of 2 for Banchero.
Yeah, Jim, I would have said you've been hanging out with Raph too much tonight. No way I could have imagined.
Too late at night.
Too late at night. There you go.
Checking your marbles. Davis been such a factor. Using that ball screen, getting in the lane, finishing or finding somebody.
1 of several is Davis with 4 fouls. Circles around, bounce pass. Top of the key, Loves. What a shot. What a move.
How about the challenge, too? Sprint to the rim.
Carolina leads at the 3-minute mark.
No show defensively by Duke. Gotta drive him.
Goes baseline on him. Tries to power it. Tap. Tapped outside, back to Roach.
Short clock.
Then
To
hit
the
the rim.
Sees it at the last minute.
They got a foul too. We were trying to strip it.
Guys on the previous play, catching them in scramble mode, and right there, that is a difficult shot. Understanding Mark Williams is in foul trouble, attacking him and going around him. Great touch. Love finishing at the rim.
Manek goes to the line.
And Manek has defended 3 times on Banchero quite well there on that block, forcing tough shots.
Griffin coming in for Williams.
A little offense for defense here.
1-and-1 coming for Manek, who just missed 2 a moment ago at the line.
70% shooter too.
No problem with that one.
This guy's played almost the whole game and battling Banchero. Toughness he's displaying.
2 great competitors there. Coach Roy and then Coach K.
Only manages 1 of 2. Moore.
Taking the speed here.
Doubled up. Keels to Banchero. Keels. Gives Duke the lead by 1.
How about that, Banchero? Giving it up, conceding. Keels delivers.
Keels with 18 tonight. He's been huge. Under 2 minutes.
A nice cover of the roll by Griffin.
Manek. Oh, what a shot. It's a 3.
Ooh, over help, sneak a peek, pay mightily.
Moore tried to get that steal, made him pay.
Keels just hit 1.
Big
Down.
tip back.
Moore, step back 3. Duke
How about the confidence?
by 1.
Manek in the area. Woo, is this enjoyable?
How many times does a game with this much buildup not only deliver, but exceed even your wildest expectations? Our 17th lead change, and we have 1:18 remaining. Back with 1:18 remaining. Nikki Krzyzewski's left her seat. She's, well, you know her so well, Grant. Left her seat, but getting in the position at the end of the floor where Duke will eventually leave the court.
She doesn't look nervous either.
No.
She's been through a few.
I would say.
You do know.
Fighters. It's a family affair, no question about it.
3 lead changes in the last minute of action.
Now these kids have left it out, haven't they? On both sides. Love and Davis right now, I think, are the guys that will make the decisions, whether it's the shot, pass, off of a Baycott screen.
I think it's Caleb Love, and I think conversely, Duke, you just have to be solid. Don't gamble, play good defense.
Duke out of timeouts, as you see Mickey watching from the end of the floor by the Duke bench. Davis. We're at 1 minute. Wild shot. Wow. He'll head to the line for a couple.
Roach did a pretty good job until the end there. And Davis initiating that contact.
Davis is so quick right there. Not a great possession, but a little
What?
bit of, yeah.
Little mystery.
What do you call it, a nickel?
No, nickel. No, that's not even a small change. A lot of separation on that one.
Good free throw shooter. 82%.
It's fitting that the ball is in Davis's hands. He kept them in the game early while they were struggling. Had a great first half for the Tar Heels.
This one for the lead. An 18th lead change on the night.
Roach, if he gets in the lane, has got to make better decisions quicker. Banchero's got to get a touch at some point.
Banchero now kicks it out to Moore. In the paint.
Push behind Baycott. That's number 5.
That's going to be it for Baycott.
And Williams with a quick sprint.
And Williams, yeah, as soon as Banchero caught it at the top, a beautiful seal move. You wonder if Baycott with his ankles struggled with a little shove in the back.
No question about it. Tried that little duck in.
Baycott's going to go out with 11 points and 21 rebounds, 8 of them offensive.
And just an incredible performance for that young man. Back-to-back games with 20-plus rebounds. Bad ankle and all, leaving it all out there. And impressive performance from that young man.
Some year when you think of the runner-up and the player of the year in the ACC.
He was the lone returning big man. I mean, think about it. Kessler, Brooks, they transferred. Sharp went on to the pros. He stayed and believed, and it's been remarkable this season for the Tar Heels.
Now let's talk about the free throw shooter in Williams, who's 75%. He's going to have 2 at the line. It's 2 the rest of the way for Duke.
Carolina playing smaller now. Manek will be the center, probably line up with Williams, I would think.
This to tie it. Missed them both. Carolina possession with the lead.
I wonder right now if Hubert will go for a 2-for-1. You don't see that much in college, but
I think you got to go for a good one. Might take a while. They're going down the stretch. They're going to run after 10.
Inside 30 overall. Love, top of the key. Oh!
Big time delivery.
The shot of the night to this point is Roach answers back with a quick 2.
You want to foul right away.
Remember, Duke's out of timeouts.
Got it ready. How about that shot?
This will only be a 1-on-1 at the other end.
The logo. Delivery. Woo. That early on, he was settling. Put the ball on the deck. Felt pretty good about it, but just stepping up, getting them organized in some nylon. Love it, every moment of it. Pretty good counter.
good counter for Caleb Love. Maybe his toughest shot of the night when his team needed it there the most.
No, when you talk about history, Carolina history, if they go on to win this game, that will go down in the annals as one of the biggest shots in the history of Tar Heel basketball.
Well, another big shot of theirs happened here in New Orleans 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. That happened to be on that short list too. At the front end of the one-on-one.
Well, this kid has really had a great run. Makes it go for a quick two. Extend the game. Don't settle for three. Occasionally, you go to the rim, they collapse, you might get a three.
Missed a second. Can tie it with a three. What will they do? Roach. Again, no timeouts. Keels lands in. Oh, they wave off the basket.
They're going to say early. I think it's the right call. Hadn't started that motion.
Smart awareness, didn't have the three, attack off the bounce drive, and I think
that was the right call.
Yeah.
Gene?
Yeah, no question. This is just after the dribble's picked up. The ball hasn't started up at all. This is on the floor. We're shooting two, though, man, right? We're in a two-shot scenario here, but not a shooting foul. No and one.
Timeout called by the Tar Heels.
This timeout helps Duke in a way. You know, not having any, getting a chance to set up situations as they continue here. Times of time, score, what you're going to do, how you're going to press, and ideally, you know, who you're going to foul.
Williams, a moment before, missing both free throws.
And we've seen him all tournament make those free throws, but that lot of pressure riding on those. Was long on the first one and then short on that second one. And you're right, Rav. Now they get a chance, Duke, to set up their defense here. Try to get a steal, a trap. If not, you're going to have to foul.
And make these two, and right away you got your press set up, big on the ball.
And imagine they might put Mark Williams on the ball.
And then jump that passing lane, I think, on the first pass if you can. If you don't get it, give it.
And conversely, Carolina, secure the rebound, be strong with the ball, or if it goes in, come meet your pass. Value every pass down the stretch for the Tar Heels.
Here we go with Keels to shoot 2. And it's down to 2.
Now, Williams is the big guy on that side, but Manic's done a nice job, if it's a miss, of squeezing his man away. The other side's Banchero, much stronger than Johnson.
And the second one, front of the rim, tapped around on the floor and picked up by Love.
Banchero almost came up with that.
It's a double bonus now. It'll be 2 at the other end. Duke for the night, only 60% at the line, 12 out of 20.
And only 23% from the three-point line. So the shooting not been normal, but give credit to Carolina. Their defense has been stellar.
And the 2 guards have been stellar as well. Love and Davis.
Love at the line. He just made 1 of 2. That one perfect. And another timeout called by North Carolina.
With his next free throw, if he makes this a 2-possession game.
Same thing, I think, as quickly as you can get up and get a deuce. You miss the 3, it's over. And again, an advantage for Duke without any timeouts to collect their thoughts, dictate their responsibilities.
Will this be the last time Coach K ever huddles with his team? He won his first game 15,100 days ago at Duke in a win over Stetson. His first loss was just a few days later in early December of that first year to North Carolina. They played in an event called the Big Four back in those days with the 4 ACC Carolina schools. Carolina could actually end up with the first and the last, or present the first and the last loss to Coach K in his incredible career.
Freezing the shooter here a little bit.
Yeah, it is a long time.
Yeah.
Clock now is at 8.2.
Little passive defense by Carolina.
Second one is good also. Keels. Racing. Pull up 3. No good. Rebound Carolina. And the fairy tale ride for the Tar Heels continues. And Coach K's legendary career has come to a close.
Well, a magnificent story, Jim, on both ends when you think of it. Coach K, for one, what he's meant to this great game of ours. Gentlemen.
Then Hubert Davis and this Tar Heel ball club started the year off, struggled early on. They figured it out in mid-February, went into the postseason. They won 11 out of 13. The hottest team, arguably, going into the tournament. And they have continued on here, ending the career of Coach K. Fantastic job. This team is resilient. North Carolina, incredible.
Of course, the ability of Love, that big-time shot you mentioned, the courage under fire, and, well, one of the giants of the game. These kids have nothing to be ashamed about whatsoever. Left it all out. Played an inspired Carolina team. Guards played great.
Tracy, it's all yours.
I mean, how do you even start to describe this one? What took place tonight against your rival on this stage?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to think about it. All I know is that this has been a group of perseverance and toughness and resiliency. I've said that. I said over the last 2.5 months, this group is so together. The health of this team and this program is at its finest, and I'm just so proud of them. Seeing them continue to have experiences and testimonies and stories out there, I'm just telling you as a coach, it brings so much joy to me to see these guys have a smile on their face and come up big. This is a beautiful moment.
How about for you, for this program, to bring it back to where you said you wanted it to be? I see the tears. Where do those come from?
Well, it is. I talked to you about it the other day that I wanted, I felt like over the last 2 or 3 years, North Carolina wasn't relevant. North Carolina should never be irrelevant. It should be front and center with the spotlight on them, on players like Caleb and RJ. And I just, I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for our program, our university. It's a beautiful day for Carolina basketball.
Thanks a lot, and I'll bring in Caleb. Caleb, just 6 points in that first half, 21 in the second. What got into you here? How bad did you want this one?
I wanted it bad, playing Duke to the chance to get to the national championship, It's crazy that I'm here right now. I'm just blessed, and I'm glad to do it with my teammates.
Now you're on to win a national championship. That is your goal on Monday night against Kansas. What will it take for this team to carry this into Monday night?
Just our togetherness and our toughness. Kansas is a great team. They like to, their pace is one of the top one in the nation. And so we got to stop them in transition, and then we just got to play our game.
Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Our visit the other night with Hubert, he talked about how important it is to honor Coach Smith, Coach Guthridge, Coach Williams. He had tears in his eyes as he talked about it. It is an amazing achievement.
Genuine joy there, huh?
North Carolina and Kansas are the last two standing.
This kid has been magnificent. We didn't have a chance. Baycott with the rebounding.
It was just a total team effort, really.
It was a great night for basketball, college basketball.
Absolutely.
No question.
Look at the joy.
For Raft and Grant, Tracy and Gene, Jim Nance sang So Long from New Orleans. Carolina advances to the championship game. Coming up, a new episode of Impractical Jokers, but first we'll send it to EJ and the guys for Inside March Madness, presented by Buick. After this.